really going to get this one. Here we go. So this was an article from the Journal of Pediatrics in 2016. Okay? If you guys can't read it, it says, breastfeeding isn't natural and it makes moms anti-vaxxers. This was the article head. You guys ready to get fired up with me? Here we go. This is what the article says. Oh my gosh. It says, okay, American Academy of Pediatrics is telling health professionals to stop describing breastfeeding as, in quotes, natural. It could lead parents down the path of alternative medicine. Heaven forbid they go see a chiropractor or anything aside from the doctor. Homeschooling or becoming an anti-vaccinationer. Heaven forbid you homeschool your parent or your kid and you like enforce good stuff in there. Heaven forbid. And it's saying that these are a homeschool kid could come from you breastfeeding your kid. Come on. Now go down a little bit more. This is where it gets good. Studies have shown that anti-vaccination sentiments tend to overlap with reliance on and interest in complementary and alternative medicine. Get this, skepticism of institutional authority, which means, guess what? You're questioning doctors. You're questioning the system. Heaven forbid you question them. God forbid, right? If you've ever been in that situation, you've questioned the doctor, what do? You get lashed at real hard, right? Don't question them. And then he goes, oh, and then it says this, literally says, and healthy living practices. Don't you dare live healthy. Follow what we say. If doing what is natural is best in the case of breastfeeding, how can we expect mothers to ignore the worldview and making other choices like vaccinating? This is where this gets so wild, is that I think just when we see this, to us, I'm hoping that you see the absurdity in this, right? But the problem is that when we're out there, it's very easy for somebody who is very naive and trusts the system, they trust the experts, to see that and go, oh, maybe I shouldn't breastfeed my kid because that's going to put me as a label of something not good. And you go, heaven forbid you do more natural approaches. Yes, ultimately it'd be great to have a more natural approach to all of this. But when we start seeing this from the Academy of Pediatrics, you go, kid, looking at who are we listening to, be careful who you listen to.
What was that verse you said at the beginning?
There's a way that seems right to man, but in the end it leads to what? Gosh.
How upside down is that?
Come on.
This is the same American Academy of Pediatrics also that is recommending the Ozempic and Wegovy shots for 12-year-olds.
Yes.
Same group.
Yeah.
Should you trust institutional authorities? Like, oh my gosh.
God.
Insane.
Yes. Okay. Bamboozle number 4. Your genes determine your destiny. True or false? False. You guys are A players already. If I had $1 for every time I heard someone say, oh, well, Dr. Mike, you don't understand. My mom has it, so it runs in my family, therefore I'm going to have it. How many times do you hear that from people that you know, right? Like all of us have heard that. And I'll just say this. In my family specifically, on my dad's side, if I trace it back, every single person on my dad's side has either died from heart disease, stroke, or some type of cardiovascular issue. Everything is heart-related on my dad's side. And I remember when my dad had his heart attack, you guys know my story. When my dad had his heart attack, I was in my 20s. And the doctor looked at me and said, hey, if this runs in your family, that means that you're going to have a heart attack one day too. It would be a good idea for you to get on some preventative statin medication.
Yeah.
And
like a vitamin, Dr. Mike.
It's like a vitamin, right? Basically. And I just remember thinking, listen, I see a pattern recognition in all of the men and women in my dad's side of the family, how they lived, their lifestyle. And I said, I'm just going to choose not to live that way. And I'm going to choose to live this way. And when you can live differently, your genes do not make that up. Now, again, you are given a genetic makeup, right? So the way that we say this is that your genes load the gun, but your lifestyle pulls the trigger. All of us do have a genetic kind of download that we get, but we're going to get into a concept here in a minute on how you can alter the expression of those genes, right?
Yeah. The key takeaway that I want you guys to have up front is genetics predispose, they do not predetermine. even in some of the most advanced stuff. And I'm going to show you the research why.